Alright, yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and today we have the December 2022 PokeMMO PvP changes, the tier changes, different Pokemon being moved around, discussion to be had. So let's go ahead and check it out. The forum post for this will be linked down in the description below if you want to check it out in details, see the discussion, see why stuff is being moved, etc., etc. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, first of all, if you don't know, we're still using the 4.36% cutoffs until the end of the season. Hopefully we should return to normal next season. Essentially what this means is that whenever a Pokemon reaches below this percentage of play rate in a tier, it gets moved down to the next tier. So the way PvP tiers are structured in Pokemon PvP across all games is that the more a Pokemon is played, the higher it gets moved up in tiers. The less it's played, the lower it gets moved down, etc., etc. It's generally how we decide power in Pokemon, because when something is getting played more, it generally means it's more powerful and people want to use it to win, etc., etc. But there are some usual stipulations with a tier council who come in and intervene, etc., etc., etc. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Actually, Ludicolo down to UU from OU. This isn't super interesting or exciting. Ludicolo is still gonna be picked and still gonna be really good in OU on those rain teams. That's the main thing with Ludicolo. He's pretty much only good on rain teams, but he's very good on rain teams. So if you're running a rain team, you might run Ludicolo, you might not. That's why his usage rate is always kind of low, even though he's very good on rain teams, which are a pretty big staple of the OU metagame. Now, Salamence. This is a really interesting one, actually. I don't think this has happened in quite a while. Salamence getting moved down to UU from OU is really interesting to me. And it's kind of sad. I think he actually has just fallen off in terms of power. People have mostly been using him recently as a bold, rocky helmet roosting, like, defensive wall. People use him as a wall, and then just have to get out of there if they see any ice coverage or anything coming in. So, yeah, I'm honestly kind of surprised to see this, but I kind of surprised, kind of not. Like, I think we all saw it coming. Salamance's power has just generally been dropping and dropping and dropping, especially with the addition of hidden abilities and everything. And there's just other Pokemon becoming better and better than him, and he hasn't really gotten any help, and he's kind of just chilling. Staraptor. This is an interesting one. Staraptor went up to OU. I think it was UU for a while. It's getting moved back down, which makes sense. It got moved up to OU because it got the ability Reckless, and Reckless gave two really important moves for its I guess an increased power. Reckless, I believe, gives like 30% or 50% increased damage to moves that have recoil. And Brave Bird and Double Edge are both stab moves on Staraptor that hit really, really hard. So to give them that extra damage boost was pretty interesting, pretty cool. Now Staraptor still has a lot of issues. It still has. It's not the fastest Pokemon. It's decently fast, but not quite fast enough for OU in my opinion. And then it's decently frail. So I think Staraptor is in a good, makes sense in UU. Now up to UU from NU. These three Pokemon, these three changes, I'm so happy about all of these as a quote-unquote NU player, but I don't even play NU nowadays, so can I really even say that? Golbat, Gligar, and Sableye all moved up from UU, or to UU from NU, is always awesome to see. Golbat is absolutely insane, terrorizes the NU metagame, same with Gligar. Nothing can really beat them. It's really nuts. They're the best tanks, while also Gligar being like one of the best like attackers in the tier and can set up. It's so insane. Now Sableye, I don't have nearly as much of experience with since I haven't been playing as of late. Prankster Sableye did come into the game, so it did get access to its hidden ability. I don't know how. I mean, obviously it sounds powerful on paper, and that's what makes Sableye decent. I don't know. I could see Sableye going back down to NU. I don't know if it's actually going to be strong enough in UU. We shall see. However, being able to get priority recover on a Pokemon that's already like pretty tanky is pretty annoying. Sableye could end up with the Spirit Tomb treatment, where it's kind of too good for NU, but too bad for UU, and be put in this really weird situation. The issue with things like Spirit Tomb is that they're pretty much just tanky Pokemon that do nothing but sit there and tank damage and just annoy your opponent. And it's not, you have to have Pokemon in the same tier that are able to do enough raw damage to get rid of it. That's the main stipulation. But Pokemon to NU from UU, so Pokemon moving down to NU from UU. Wobbuffet, interesting to see. Wobbuffet's pretty annoying. I don't really like him in competitive play. They nerfed his Shadow Tag to only last 3 turns, and that's why he's allowed at all. I think he's really annoying and unfun. I don't like him. Quagsire, incredible Pokemon. Absolutely love me some Quagsire. Super happy to be able to use it in NU. I think Quagsire works really well in NU. I think Quagsire is a Pokemon that has base stats that are low enough even though the typing is pretty good and the move pool is pretty good, its base stats and its 4 times weakness to grass will always, pretty much anything that sneezes grass on it will always one-shot it because of its low special defense base stat and everything going on with it. Its base stats, Quagsire's base stats are surprisingly low. I think it has like 485 total base stats or something close to that. It's very, very weak in terms of stats, but it has a pretty interesting stat distribution, really good typing, pretty interesting move pool, etc., etc. So I think Quagsire is a really fun Pokemon, really balanced Pokemon, really cool Pokemon, and I'm happy to be able to use him again and you. That's pretty much all the different changes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like this video if you enjoy seeing stuff like this, and subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO content. Let's go ahead and end this one off with a perfect comment from Sweegen. I asked the PokeMMO community on my knees, head planted firmly on the floor, please, please, please stop using Jolteon and Melodic in OU. These Pokemon do absolutely nothing. This is the most true and real statement. Look at this Jolteon win rate right now. Look how many games this Pokemon has played. 11,000, almost 12,000 at a 43% win rate. If you want the quickest way to stop losing games in OU, stop locking Jolteon. That's really my biggest advice. Anyways, that's it for me. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace.